In today's video, we're going to check out a new alternative sports card marketplace and determine whether it's worth your time or looking to waste it. But first, here's the intro. In today's video, we're looking at the website MySlabs, which is, as I understand it, a marketplace to buy and sell cards. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I do keep getting Instagram ads that are hitting me for this website, so we're going to check it out. It looks pretty good. It looks better than a lot of the mom and pop websites that we browse on this channel, so there might be something here. I'm excited to dive in and see what we can learn. If you already use MySlabs, let me know below what you think of it. And while you're doing that, please make sure that you are subscribed to our channel and hit us with a thumbs up if you like this video. So it's a pretty simple website from what I'm seeing. We got some sports card auctions going on here on the main landing page. At the bottom we have the home page, which is where we're at. Guidelines, terms and conditions, advertise on MySlabs, collectibles, insurance, shipping best practices, register now and contact us. There's no FAQ sort of thing I thought there might be. Check out their Instagram real fast. They have 36,000 followers, so they're clearly doing some stuff. Looks like they spotlight some of their best auctions that are selling. The vast majority of it is just auction images, it appears. Nice. Some nice cards on here. Looking through here, seeing a lot of cards. They promote auctions. Lots begin closing Friday night at 10 p.m. So it sounds like this is more like an auction house almost, in that they have certain lots closing at certain times, as opposed to eBay when you can get the random 7:12 a.m. closing time. It's great. Our Cardlines Instagram has its own templates too, so give that a follow. We do not have 36,000 people following us yet, but we do put in the work every week, making designs, making graphics. Alright, so I'm going to sign up. That's going to be, actually, hold on. Sold archive, buy shipping insurance, guidelines, terms, and conditions. Let's check this out. What is MySlabs? This looks like the closest thing we've got to an FAQ. MySlabs is a peer-to-peer marketplace created by collectors for collectors who are seeking an alternative to high auction and consignment fees that have become standard in the hobby. Inventory, pricing, and content on MySlabs is uploaded and controlled by the sellers. So it sounds like it is eBay in it, that it's completely seller controlled. Value prop. Here's what makes them better than eBay and auction houses. Strong social media community of loyal veteran members managed by true hobbyists. Okay, the first two are kind of marketing, but disruptive pricing model highlighted by a 2% seller fee on slabs and 3% on raw. So if you sell a slab, they only take 2% as opposed to 10% on eBay. That alone I'm pretty in on. All sellers must apply, go through screening, and be manually approved. Nice, that's nice as well. Less likely to get scammed. Unparalleled seller protection included a limited no return policy. They encourage the images to be scanned on raw cards. I like that. You can pay with PayPal, Stripe, or wire ACH within 24 hours. Stripe enables credit cards, so I'm assuming that you can just put it on a credit card and or use PayPal. There's also something called PSA Vault escrow items. So if you have a PSA Vault account, you can apparently get your purchase sent to said PSA Vault account. There's also like an extra 3% fee, which is not bad. Alright, I think I've read all that I want to read on this page, but I'm impressed thus far. The big question to me is just going to be how much different the recent sales value is going to be from just cards sold here versus cards sold on eBay. And if it's a 7% difference or more, then it's probably still better to sell them on eBay because you're going to sell them for more even if you're paying higher fees. But if they're selling good here and it's comparable, then I might start selling some of my own cards here. This is a pretty clean setup just in terms of the layout. I like it. Looks good. You got a good picture front and back of the card. You got the heading, the description. I don't see a whole lot of like keyword stuffing like people do on eBay. Certification verification right here, so you can enter the serial number if you want to ensure that it is correct. That's a little plug-in. I don't think that's like that on eBay. You can compare prices on eBay right here. eBay link is taking me to every Chris Bosh rookie listed, not just the BGS 85 one, so I was getting really excited, but still kind of cool. It does at least show some transparency. It's like how they Ketchup was an innovative product because it was one of the first to be sold in like a clear bottle, and it showed people that there was some kind of consistency, accountability coming from Heinz. And in the same way, the fact that they're like, here, see what our recent sales are doing on eBay, then there's some value there too. I'm gonna sign up for an account real fast. Alright. I'm signed up. They sent me a confirmation email. Taking a long time to get this confirmation email. Let's try again. I'm gonna go get some coffee and maybe I'll have it by the time I get back. Alright, we're back. Looks like I got my coffee, but I still don't have my confirmation. Forget it. I'm sure it'll come at some point today. I'm just going to what's called the sold archive, and it's going to show me some stuff that has recently sold. And we're going to compare. Let's do 3 of these things. I want to compare with recent eBay sales. We'll do something graded so there's some kind of consistency. And from that, we should be able to figure out whether or not stuff here is selling pretty well. So all these things are fixed price. I want to find auctions. I'm sure all the fixed price stuff has been throughout the day. All the auctions apparently ended about the same time since they come in batches. And the fixed price you would think would be a little bit easier. Here we go. Here's some auctions of stuff that has sold. The auctions are highlighted blue. I want something that's sold for a little bit of money as well, so I'm being picky. Alright, how about this? 1976 Topps Dave Lamancic PSA 10. This sold for $111. We're going to go over to eBay and see what they have sold for recently. I'm sure there's not an insanely high population of PSA 10s of this card. So this one sold for $170. That's really about the only one I'm seeing that's that exact same card. So we'll say 170 versus 111 bucks. Here's a good one. I guarantee we can find some of this. Paul Skeens Chrome Prospect PSA 9 Auto. The last one of these on eBay sold for $710. This one sold for $550. One day earlier, so the date is about the same. Still sold for quite a bit less. PSA 10 David Robinson Hoops rookie. So one of him holding the jersey. There it is. $348 was what it sold for most recently. $325 right there. This one sold for $244. So obviously it was a pretty small sample size, but it did seem like everything that was selling on eBay sold for significantly more. So much so even that the 10% that you're paying eBay in fees, which still feels crazy to me, is going to outweigh the 3% that you're paying MySlabs. That said, MySlabs is a cool looking marketplace and I really like what they're doing. So if we can get enough people on the site, then there's going to be more buyers and obviously you're going to sell more stuff. I've always said you're much more likely to make money as a hot dog street vendor in New York City than, you know, a town of 3,500 in Oklahoma. So it only makes sense that they're going to sell for a lot more cards when there's a lot more people buying cards on eBay. Still, I really like MySlabs and I encourage you to check it out. Maybe even if you're just buying cards, it's a very good place to be, and if enough people are buying cards there, there'll be more people selling too. See you soon for another video.